Adaptation to change is very, very important. So I shared one new thing, adaptability quotient, and also we have another related term, learning agility. Learning agility, we mainly focus on the individuals, but maybe also we should focus on the organizational level as well.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Hingatika's interview series. I'm your host Palak and we are really glad to have you join us today. Today we have Semih Kumluk, Digital Academy Senior Manager at PwC. Welcome Semih.
Hi, Palak. Thank you very much.
We are very glad to have you join us today. The Hingatika interview series is a powerhouse of insights from industry experts and influencers from around the world. A platform that provides the latest news on AI, automation, and technologies that will help you grow your business. Come be a part of our community, learn, share, and grow with us. So, Semi, just to start off with the questions, what are the most critical factors of achieving sustainable business growth in today's market?
We are living a very speed time of very fast change. So one of the things that the businesses need to have is adapting to this change, because the bad news is it will not be this slow again. So the speed of change, the acceleration is also increasing. So we know IQ, EQ, and we have a now new term called AQ, about adaptability quotient. So businesses need to adapt. What they need to adapt, of course, my passion, all the digital developments happening around us, all the emerging technologies that are affecting, changing the way we work, we do business, all our interactions with our customers, employees, etc. So really we need to adapt to be able to have sustainable growth. It's really essential. And also from the disruption perspective, we know there are very, very large companies. There were very large companies which don't exist anymore. So it is not just adoption, but also like a whole transformation of the way the businesses operate to be able to even survive in this level. So we have growth, sustainable growth, and then surviving. So in some areas we see the challenge that survival is not so easy in our time to do business. So it's really essential for the businesses to acquire.
Amazing. So you mentioned counseling and upskilling Middle Eastern leaders on digital transformation. What are some key challenges you see companies facing in this area and how can they best address them?
Yes, this is my favorite topic. So digital upskilling is what does this speed of change or the digital disruption means at the individual level, what we need to do at the individual level. It is affecting everyone. So no industry, no profession, no business department is immune to this kind of disruption. So leaders, senior leaders, executives, directors, managers, and all the junior professionals actually need to do that. So I'm operating in the Middle East region, as you said. So here the challenge I can say is the availability of local talent, because this region has very high ambitions for growth, as you might be seeing and hearing from the news. But to be able to achieve that growth, you need local talent, either the expats working here or upskilling the local people. In both areas, the challenge is huge, because in AI, in other technologies, there's a global shortage of talent anyway, and this is reflecting into this region, even at the higher level. So this is really important. Linking to the first question, to have a sustainable talent pipeline, how we can grow, develop our own people, and also have the same for the fresh graduate hire programs. So it's really important to give specific recommendations for the executive level. They need to know the basic information or the basic knowledge around these technologies, this disruption, and they should be able to set a strategy around them. So how can we become a data-driven company? How can we embrace AI and use it in our operations, and services. And they should come up with the roadmap accordingly. Then we have the technical people who are the center of expertise within the business. And of course, they should be at the very advanced level of these skills: cybersecurity experts, AI engineers, blockchain developers, and the organizations based on their size should have this kind of a center of expertise in-house. If the size doesn't make it feasible, they should find ways to outsource this kind of expertise. And then we have the bridge between this center of expertise and the rest of the business. We have several names for them: citizen data scientists, digital accelerators, you name it. So these are people sitting in their business departments, not the previous IT center of expertise, but analytical-minded people in the departments who has the role of translation between the center of expertise and the rest of the business, all the business professionals. We have the small teams like HR analytics, marketing analytics, finance analytics, or digital supply chain, etc. So this is actually what do we mean by that. So they know very good what they do in their department, but also they're able to utilize most of the tools available. They can both understand the other business professionals, and also they can understand the language of the IT people. And finally, we have all the rest of the workforce, business professionals. They should have an awareness level understanding of what's going on about these technologies, how they work, how they operate, and most importantly, how they impact their business, their operations, with some examples. So when you have that information, or when you have that kind of a literacy, you can start brainstorming about using these technologies to ease your job, to increase your productivity, reduce costs, whatever, and go to those citizen data scientists or digital accelerators and ask for demand for some projects. So leaders, by starting by upskilling themselves, setting the strategy, part of the strategy should be this upskilling program as well. All 4 levels of across the entire organization to be able to achieve the transformation and become whatever they desire to be in 2-3 years of time. And also, this is the best way to adapt to these changing times, also linking to the previous question, because most of the digital transformation efforts unfortunately fail. And the main reason of that failure is they forget the people. They invest in technology, they focus on which processes to change or transform by using these new tools, but the people are not using them. They don't have the motivation, incentive, or the mindset to have those, to start using those tools, etc. So starting from the people, I think, is first easier rather than making all those investments, and also the real road to success.
Great. I'm sure the audience will love your insights on that question. Moving on, how do you stay up to date with advancement in data analytics, artificial intelligence, and other rapidly evolving fields in your work?
First, in general, I am conscious of my time. We don't have TV in our home for a long while, so this really helps. And also regarding social media, I'm only on LinkedIn. So all this time that I'm saving when compared to an average time spent on these platforms, actually, I'm pouring them into my upskilling and following up the advancements in this area. I subscribe to around 30, 40 newsletters, and I receive this many newsletters every day. Of course, I don't have time to every day to read through this, but I'm just keeping an eye on them, reading, scanning through the subjects of the emails. If there is anyone catching my eye, I go deeper and read them. And also I'm posting a lot on LinkedIn about mainly on AI and some other technologies, how they're affecting the business. Mainly also trying to share my knowledge, spread the word as much as I can. And in addition, I'm trying to also keep my skills up to date as well. I'm aiming to get around 5 certifications in these topics every year. And the recent one, I got one on cloud, for example, one on digital transformation very recently, and also more in my pipeline, data management, for example, also to just to make it more serious rather than just newsletters or some social media posts. I'm also setting goals to myself to just mark those achievements and also to be able to showcase my skills. Those certifications really help as well. Also, I'm trying to be part of communities in my areas of expertise, AI and other technologies, and also trying to spread the word myself through those communities, some physical gatherings, online gatherings, also conferences, exhibitions, events, etc. Both as a speaker and also as a participant. I'm trying to catch up with those kind of events as well. I think a combination of these helping me keep up to date with recent developments in these areas.
I'm sure people will be, inspired by your need to constantly learn and might start doing the same thing. You mentioned a focus on sustainable business practices in your work. What are some key sustainable challenges facing businesses today, and how can companies best address them?
Yes, sustainability is becoming more and more popular every day. But I can say I started it 13 years ago already. In my first company, it was leading the global initiatives in sustainability, Unilever, and I did a sustainability training, a very long one, already 13 years ago. So, and also I took additional roles in my business doing so. So I can say sustainability is one of my passion areas. And also these United Nations Sustainable Development Goals are also very good. So in terms of the challenges, of course, each industry has its own challenges in terms of trying to reduce their environmental impact or increasing their value add to the society, economy, etc. It's all unique to the industry, to the also countries as well. In the Middle East, for example, as the audience also would guess, the climate is very harsh here, especially in summertime. It's another aspect. In colder areas, we have in developed countries, we have other kind of challenges, etc. So it should be all from the perspective the businesses operate in terms of location, society, and the industry as well. But I would highly recommend embracing these sustainable development goals because they have a very good short set of goals. International or global goals, so everyone can just embrace whatever they believe they can contribute. But my main point here would be the sustaining the business itself. So coming back to all the things we just like as a summary of everything we covered so far. First, the disruption. I shared some businesses do not exist at the moment. And also in terms of the sustainability, if we just kill all the crops, the environment, and also if we let technology to take all the jobs and have a negative impact on the society, etc., and at the end the business will not survive itself. So business will not sustain itself. So maybe all our sustainability talks, we should first check, are we going to sustain our business? If yes, okay, so now let's focus on our contribution as well. So sustainability in that sense is important for every business. And I would highly, just as a summary of everything I shared, highly recommend in those. From my personal experience and that those voluntary roles that I mentioned, I took at Unilever, embracing these sustainability initiatives by the employees is very, very important. So we are seeing now the financial reporting standards are also embedding sustainability related metrics. They are grouped under ESG, and what it is mainly concern of the board of directors or the finance department or the corporate communications department, etc. So unless it is part of the lives of the employees themselves, they embrace them, and also they start living sustainably in their homes. They are keen to just turn off the lights. Also, they are keen to carpool when they're going to the work, etc. Because these are common to all kinds of businesses. So it is only then the real achievement of those sustainability goals is possible, actually. So overall, sustaining the business itself, linking efforts to the United Nations goals, and also making sure employees embrace them are really, really important key factors here.
Amazing, amazing. Last but not the least, any other soundbites you'd like to leave with the audience?
So definitely this adaptation to change is very, very important. So I shared one new thing, adaptability quotient, and also we have another related term, learning agility. Learning agility, we mainly focus on the individuals, but maybe also we should focus on the organizational level as well. How quickly organizations learn things, it means that it is part of the way we operate, the processes run, and how quickly we can change it by the things we learn as an organization, actually. So it's really, really important. And in the time of the now new generations are joining the business, they have different characteristics. So also adapting the businesses for them will be really important to get the most and to achieve that leap, and also to achieve to fasten the processes of adaptation is really important. And also at the individual level, I shared already the awareness level knowledge on the technologies is really excuse me, is really key in our time. And so my recommendation would be for everyone to keep an eye on the technologies affecting their industry, their profession, and start upskilling themselves, starting by the mindset to actually know more about them, then improve their knowledge about those technologies and turn it into skills. Start by using those technologies quickly. Now, also the advancements in the technology is actually allowing us to do that. We have ChatGPT as a very recent example. It is also now democratizing the usage of artificial intelligence, for example, without each business or each department to develop their own chatbot models, etc. So if you have the right mindset, if you know ChatGPT is available, then you can actually improve your productivity. And ChatGPT is just one example. I recently posted on LinkedIn the AI landscape, which is a huge, you need to zoom in a lot to count all the tools available. And so if you have that mindset, then knowledge, then skill, actually, you are further ahead in your career, and also making yourself future-proof against all these disruptions and developments, and also speed of change in our era.
I definitely agree with your point of keeping up with the technology, because as we all know, ChatGPT has taken over the world. So keeping up with technology will only help you evolve your industry or grow in your industry rapidly. So thank you so much for your wonderful insights. I'm sure people will enjoy your insights on these wonderful topics. For more content, subscribe to Engati and tap the bell icon to get access to exclusive content from thought leaders from around the globe. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you with the next expert soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on the show.